So everybody, what we're actually doing here today is trying to explain to you a little bit about HuckyTalker, where we want it to go.
Oh, we're actually doing this?
Maybe? No.
Hello! No, I don't want to do that way.
Welcome to the podcast.
No! Hello, everybody. So, as you can see, it's just Greg Shankdankle here and myself.
It's not how you say my last name, but okay.
Oh, no, it's totally how you say your last name. You don't even know. You don't know.
Man, I thought I knew my last name.
No, you don't. Anyways, let's get past the bullshit here. So, hi everybody. Jake and Alani are not here with us today because they have family things to get involved with, and they live pretty far away. So we decided we're going to do a little bit of a different thing today. One thing that we're going to be doing is kind of talking to you guys personally and talk about just some minor changes. We're going to still have some more videos be coming up here that are going to be the original videos, but we're kind of looking at some things, and we got some feedback from friends and family talking about how they can make this channel better. But on top of that, we also wanted to talk a little bit more about what this channel is really about, because we really never talked about it. I mean, if you want to go back to the clip where we're like, yeah, this is what we're part of doing. This is what we do. Jake and I didn't really explain anything of how the podcast
Oh, because we always go off on tangents when we try to explain things.
Oh, I know.
Then
So,
we like,
as we're
yeah, we
doing
totally
right now.
explained that, right?
as we're totally doing right now.
Okay, keep going.
So the point is that we're going to kind of describe what the HuckyTalker is about. So, or the Hucky Talk show. Well, let's just talk about the whole channel itself, kind of like figuring out what the whole thing is about. So, basically, Greg and I are kind of the originators of this channel, along with my dad, who is kind of with us in spirit. And
He's not dead or anything.
No. Thank you for clarifying.
I wanted to clarify that right away.
No, but he lives in Florida and stuff like that. But we have a lot of interesting stuff that we would like to do. So in the meantime, we kind of wanted to have a get to know you kind of a podcast. So the video that we're going to do, like Hucky Talk. So that's basically originally was designed to be a podcast. And we didn't really do a lot of the research to figure out where podcasts usually go and all that stuff, and we didn't know that YouTube was an example, so we kind of used that as a YouTube channel kind of videos. But a lot of people have been kind of frustrated with the idea that, we're not really doing a lot of stuff with video, with podcasts, and the stuff that we kind of throw in there sometimes is still funny and still cool and stuff, but we might throw some pictures in still as things are going on and doing other things similar to that. But we really wanted to focus more on the idea of creating more video styles like it. Now, one person who came up with the idea was the idea of like how our intro is, how we're like spinning and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. We thought about having people at a table, kind of like what we're doing, and then when people are talking, we turn that we turn towards that person who's talking and kind of do it, that 70s show style. If you guys would like to see that, let us know. We would love to do that too, and figure that out. Another option is just doing what we're doing right here, where you see us just kind of talking at a camera like this. We can even get like a larger table where we can all sit at the straight table and do it that way. It's really a bunch of options, but we're trying to look at different ways of showing us to you guys, because apparently being visual is more important, I think, too.
Well, the thing is the complaint I heard the most was that when there is a video at the beginning of it, and then all of a sudden it's just a podcast with images, people are like, well, what happened to all the footage where you did the original, Hucky Talk video intro?
And we'll probably have...
And they just wanted more of that, and I guess I didn't realize it was a bigger need than actually like just listening to people talk, or listening to talk shows.
Right. So I think that's kind of the thing that we're kind of picking up on. So we'll definitely be interested in that, but I would really like it if you guys would comment and let us know. We don't like to do the like, comment, subscribe thing to get us views, and that's actually something I really want to talk about. We're not into this to make money. We're not doing this to become rich and famous YouTubers on YouTube and having all this stuff. We don't care. We're doing this for fun. And we're doing this to talk, and we're also doing this to get our viewpoints out so people can be heard. Greg and I are going to use HuckyTalker in more of a business aspect. We're going to offer products eventually one day, probably games, probably stories, some stuff like that.
Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Hopefully, yeah. No, we're actually working really hard right now on a game right now, and it's taking some time to work on. And we'll get more information on that later when we have much more concrete stuff in front of us. But the point is that we're doing this YouTube podcast talking thing just for fun. And we want people to be involved with this just for fun. We just want people to enjoy listening to what other people have to say and what other people can do. And so when you guys comment and like and subscribe and stuff like that, that actually is just more so helping us know what is cool to say, what's not cool to say, if we hit a boundary, or if we go too far into a topic. Because that's the other thing too, is we kind of made a rule that there isn't any topics that are off limits for discussion. We will talk about anything you guys want us to talk about.
Yeah, and what we're going to try to do for future episodes is that we also want to do research and get certain viewpoints that the group of, or the main group, the four of us, might not have, and see like why other people have those viewpoints instead of just like saying, because we might all agree almost exactly on one thing on certain aspects of it, and that's no fun to just listen to people go, yeah, I like that, yeah, this is the very similar thing to what you just said, because that gets to be beating a dead horse and doesn't make for much of a good episode. No. So actually researching and like seeing like where it comes from, where the viewpoint comes from, why people really stand behind that, and just kind of looking at it from all aspects.
And when we're talking about like no limits on anything, I mean, if you want to talk politics, religion, touchy subjects, just anything, we will talk about it.
Which if we're do politics, I'll have to brush up on my politics because I don't know a ton about it.
But that's the other thing too. And that's the other thing too, though, is that we also want to remind people this is opinion based too. So we may look up facts to help defend our opinions, but they're still opinions. So that's the other thing that I'd like to argue out there too, is that we're not going to indoctrinate you and convince you that this is the way that everyone should think. That's not about this channel, about the show. Again, this is supposed to be fun. So it's supposed to create interesting intellectual conversation, but at the same time talk about things in a different viewpoint that is based upon an opinion that we all may have. And we may not all agree on everything too, and we might actually have some friendly debates on the show as well. So there's stuff like that. But that's another thing too, is that we're kind of going into like the deep end of all these harsh topics or anything like that. We could also talk about anything else. Greg and I and Jake are all video gamers. Even Alani kind of plays video games too, I think. Like
to an extent.
Yeah, to an extent. She plays too, and she knows enough about video games. We talk about, we have no problems talking about, like, other YouTubers and other shows that we like to talk about. And we just did a thing about me having a fascination with Gilmore Girls and, 50 Shades of Grey and all that stuff. I'm not a fan of 50 Shades of Grey, but we talk into a podcast so where people can go and enjoy it.
Exactly. And so we really want to bring all of your ideas in too, because we're only going to think of so many.
Oh yeah.
For videos. I mean, we think of different ones. We try to write them down when we do, but there are many more of you out there than there are sitting in this room most of the time. So, or at least we hope that there are many more of you out there than there are sitting in this room watching this video.
Hello world.
But we're thinking about starting to put video and podcast separately. Like they're going to be the same. They're going to cover the same exact thing, but one's going to have just the audio, and then the other's going to have the audio and the video. Whether it's the spin cam, a rolling cam on a long table, as you possibly talked about earlier.
I wouldn't say rolling cam, but it'd just probably be just like the same we're seeing right now.
Okay.
Do something like this.
That'd be interesting to have that, and then just zoom in on somebody if they're talking. Like, or really close to their face, so it's really uncomfortable for everybody watching it.
Yeah, zoom in on my face.
Everybody loves that. Oh God, I hate this. No. I mean, great job. Great job.
Yeah, it's cool, Ted. I like it. Very cool.
But yeah, we're trying to figure out like what format we want to put that out in still.
Definitely. So. And again, you probably will not see all of these crazy changes happen on every single one of our videos. We still have a bunch of footage of stuff that we are doing, and we're also doing only one video a week. We're gonna try and make it to 2 videos every once in a while, I think even this week, because it's Mother's Day weekend, kind of we're gonna have.
Yeah, we're kind of sidetracked by doing this, like a couple of videos on our own too.
Yeah,
and I went to a concert on Thursday night, so I didn't get anything done that day.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. But like, and that's the other thing too. We also have full-time jobs, like most of us do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is Jake even employed now? I think.
No, I haven't heard anything. I feel like I would have heard at least that.
No, I don't know.
They've been kind of incognito, as you would try to put that, as the past 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, they have their own busy lives.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, like again, we all have busy lives, so it's not like we meet up every weekend to do stuff. In fact, I think this is like the first month. This is the first
time we've seen each other in person in a long time.
So it's we do a lot of stuff outside in groups and stuff like that, but we still have a ton of videos and a lot of stuff that we do as well on top of all of this. So it's we're working on stuff. We're doing stuff, doing the things. All right.
Ow.
So in conclusion, guys, like, you know, we're trying to create a community of people that will be able to talk and bring up things that we want to talk about, things that are entertaining to us, things that we find enjoyable to us, things that are small things, you know, things where, like, you know, we talk about our pet peeves, or we talk about our guilty pleasures, or we talk about all this stuff, or we can talk about big important things, you know, about, like, you know, the Trump administration or anything similar to politics or anything like that. We can talk about any of this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's not, this is not a channel where we're going to hide certain topics away from people that would like to listen to us talk about some stuff. And at the same time, we would like to encourage you guys to understand that we are also not expert at any of these fields either. So if we talk about stuff, it's, again, opinion-based. We're just doing it for a good time.
There are a few who are actually professionals in it, but...
What?
There are a few who are actually professionals. Although I don't know if you can even call yourself an expert if you're a professional
we're not
or something.
really professional because we don't get paid for it, Greg. That's the definition.
I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about what I do for a living right now, which is
like if we talk about tech stuff, yeah. Or if we
that's also Jake. Milani Psychology, your business.
Yeah. Go business degree. Which I'm almost getting, hopefully, maybe. One day. How you doing?
Anyways, thanks for watching our video.
Yeah.
Hopefully this explains a little more about who we are, how crazy we can be, how serious we can be, how seriously cool we can be.
Now you're just pushing it. There's nothing cool about us.
Wow, just bring down the whole parade, why don't you? 76 trombones are no longer marching, because you just brought a whole parade down.
See, you making that reference makes you show how uncool you are.
You know what? That's a good musical. I think a lot of people would admit that. A lot of people won't get that reference. This is old.
Yeah, I know. So, you're a cool guy.
Whatever, man. I never call myself cool.
Hashtag Greg is cool.
Make that trending. When this video comes out, I'm going to look at Twitter and be like, is my name trending? Greg is cool trending.
Bye-bye. or in the,
bye!
In the words of Jake, since he's not here.
Bye!